land in my backyard again?
A model airplane, this time.
Let's go take a look.
Hey you guys, welcome to What the Flick. I am Christy, this is Alonso, this is Grae. You're smacking
Sorry,
me.
no.
Bitch, please! Welcome to What the Flick! I am your token Ben for the day. We're talking about The Lorax. I have not seen it. I was actually going to go and bring my 2-year-old. It was going to be his first movie in the theaters, but he had pink eye. So I stay home and be mom and stay home with him. So you guys, please discuss The Lorax. You wanted to describe it, yes?
Yes, The Lorax. The Lorax is an evil, horrible little peanut of a guy who hates big industry and he hates consumers. And I was pretending I was on Fox News just then.
Because they're going to make it like some sort of...
Oh, Lou Dobbs is already on the board.
Well, yeah, because
along with the Muppets, of course.
And Ariete.
Exactly. Well, yeah, every movie that comes out now is just liberal and evil. And The Lorax is an easy target because it's about like your conscience and understanding that your actions have consequences, and more immediately it's about deforestation, and the Lorax is the guardian of the forest, and you know, it's all that liberal Hollywood stuff.
Take a look.
Whoa, this is amazing. What are those?
Those are trees. They used to grow all around here. What I want more than anything is to see a real living tree.
Did you chop down this tree? What's that? I think he did it.
Okay, so do you agree this will be misconstrued massively?
Oh, I don't even know if it'll be misconstrued. I think they're right. It is a movie that argues on behalf of environmentalism and against, large corporations destroying the earth. So if you're against that, then yeah, this is not the movie for you. I love this film. I was really surprised because the Dr. Seuss movies of late certainly have a very mixed track record. I mean, the live action ones were horrible.
Yeah. Grinch, not good.
Grinch was terrible. Cat in the Hat was an abomination. And Horton Hears a Who was fine. I didn't have any beef with it, but this movie I think really gets it right. It also, I think it's really hard to turn like a 30-page children's book into a 90-minute movie. And this film does a really good job of sort of like, it uses the text of the original book, but it also has stuff before and after it to kind of make a full story out of it.
Well, and that's actually the part that lost me.
Really?
Because it's such, the power of Dr. Seuss books are in like how concentrated they are, and they're simple and elegant and poignant, and everything in this movie felt like filler to me.
Oh, I disagree. I thought just because I think that the book The Lorax pretty much ends with like,
here's a seed, kid.
Exactly, everything's screwed, but maybe you can go fix it. And this actually sort of gives it. You get the story that Seuss tells is a flashback in this. So you find out what the next step was, which is everybody lives in this town that is made completely out of plastic, and everybody's buying bottled air because there's no trees and the air quality is so terrible. And then the kid gets the seed, and I thought it all worked. And it's a musical, and I like the songs.
It's like you can buy bottled air. You can go to like oxygen bars and breathe yummy, delicious air.
And one gave me a migraine once.
I've never been. Is it not fun?
I hated it, but I don't. Maybe it's just me. The story is about Ted, who's a little kid who is in love with a hippie who just wants to see a real tree, and she's an artist and she draws trees, even though how does she know what they look like? And
who are the voices, by the way?
Zac Efron is the little boy, and Taylor Swift is his girlfriend.
Okay. And they're named Ted and Audrey, which Dr. Seuss's real name is Theodore Geisel, and Audrey is his widow. So that's a little shout out.
And so he his hormones are raging, and that leads him to find a tree, or at least somebody who can tell him what happened to them. So that's most of the movie. And I thought that they were just trying to heap on bad guys in this, and I thought that songs were mostly forgettable, and I know that kids are gonna love it, like your 2-year-old.
Right.
It might be a little dark.
I was gonna ask you, what about the 3D? How is the 3D?
It's well done.
Stuff comes at your face.
It's the Despicable Me. It's the Despicable Me guys.
Right, so they play with it.
Yeah, they have fun with it.
It's pretty cute, but I thought that aside from little kids, like, it didn't resonate with me, and by the end, I was kind of rooting for the bad guys.
Wow. Okay, I had a totally different experience. I actually got a little by the end of it,
Well, the last song almost saved it. Let It Grow, and environment is great, and that was close, but.
Do Zac Efron and Taylor Swift sing the songs?
Not by themselves. They're all sort of ensemble-y kind of things. I thought the whole thing worked. I really liked Ed Helms as the Onceler. I liked how he with the best of intentions does the worst of things despite the warnings of the Lorax, and that there are consequences, that the cute animals that he has gotten to know and love all leave because he has destroyed the forest,
That's the best, that's the most convincing argument the movie makes, is just that animals are adorable and the fish can harmonize and they're great, and that's why you shouldn't do bad things.
Yeah, and then there's
there's
literally like a Trail of Tears moment where they all like leave. It does get dark, but it worked for me. I found it really moving. I liked the performances. I like the music. I'm in for this.
Okay.
I like
I
it.
thought it was boring, and I didn't really want the little peanut guy to stick around anymore. I wanted him to fly away.
And they don't overdo the Lorax either, because
They don't do him at all. That was my biggest
You're
problem.
thinking Danny DeVito, like a little bit goes a long way, and a little bit is all you get, and that's enough.
But it isn't.
It's not enough for you,
He's
though,
just
it seems.
passive aggressive, and he just walks around and makes everybody feel guilty. He doesn't have any powers. He shows up in this great strike of a lightning bolt, and then literally does nothing else except frown and go.
That's what the character does.
Isn't that enough? No? Okay.
I was just over this whole movie.
So
I'm sorry.
we forgot to do math before we started rolling. So do you guys want to just try to put numbers
I'll figure it
together?
out.
And you'll help?
Alonso's lightning quick.
I give this a 7.4.
7.4, and you?
I don't. I give this 5.5.
So that's a 6.4 average.
Look at him with his quick liberal
I'll
math.
trust you.
Oh yeah, and this movie actually defends the science and has the bad guy actually tries to pretend that photosynthesis isn't a real thing.
Because education is for snobs.
The whole
Yes.
movie is so dumb until all of a sudden Taylor Swift says photosynthesis, and you're like, what?
It's a good word to know. All right, so we're mixed on this. I think it is probably doing higher than that in the tomato world. Matt actually is not with us.
Kids
today.
are gonna love it.
Kids will like it.
And
Alonso.
certain adults apparently. So.
All right, bye, have fun, see ya, take care.